Hi guys, it's Darlene. For this week's nutrition topic, I'm going to be talking about salmon. Here is some history. Salmon is the most common name for several species of ray-finned fish in the family Salmonidae. Other fish in the same family include trout, char, grayling, and whitefish. Salmon are native to tributaries of the North Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. Many species of salmon have been introduced into non-native environments, such as the Great Lakes of North America and Patagonia in South America. Salmon are intensively farm-raised in many parts of the world. So some of the types of salmon are king, sockeye, silver, pink, and chum. But the most commonly eaten salmon is the pink salmon, in which we're going to discuss in detail. Common eaten salmon. So as previously discussed, pink salmon is the most commonly eaten salmon, but so is chum. And because these are smaller fish, it is the most often used for canned or smoked salmon and are good budget choices. Atlantic lass is the most common fish you will find at the market. The species known as Atlantic salmon is a farm-raised species. There is a difference between farm-raised and wild-caught salmon. Farm-raised salmon accounts for 75% of all salmon you eat. Wild-caught salmon is more difficult to find and can sometimes cost more because it's harder to get. Wild-caught salmon is taken from the water using nets, hand lines, divers, or traps. These salmon grow in their natural environment. They aren't fed certain foods or given any kind of additives. Farm-raised salmon are grown in tanks of freshwater enclosures. They are bred to be eaten. Sometimes they have different textures and varying nutrients. This is because of the different diets they're given. Benefits of wild-caught salmon. Eating wild-caught salmon has many benefits, but their nutritional benefits vary based on their diet and environmental health. These benefits include the following. Omega-3 fatty acids. The amount of omega-3 fatty acids found in wild salmon depends on what kinds of algae and plankton they eat. These reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. They also help promote healthy vision and brain development in children. They also have less carcinogen risk. Both types of salmon may be at risk of contamination by carcinogens due to water pollution, but wild-caught fish are slightly safer to eat than farm-raised ones. You should still vary the ways you get your nutrients. They also have low levels of dioxins. Research has shown that wild-caught Pacific salmon have the lowest level of dioxins. Dioxins and mercury can have neurotoxic effects. Dioxide is a pollutant in the environment. When they're found in fish like salmon, they can be harmful to your health. Pros and cons of farm-raised salmon. Farm-raised Atlantic salmon is the most common type of salmon found in the U.S. Wild-caught Atlantic salmon is prohibited under the Endangered Species Act. If you find salmon with this label, it is not authentic. The benefit of farm-raised Atlantic salmon include the following. Higher level of omega-3 fatty acids. Due to the regulated diet of the farm-raised salmon, they have more nutrients. Their diets typically include plants, grains, and fish meal. Omega-3 fatty acids in these salmons are good for your nervous system as well. The negative of farm-raised salmon are as follows. Persistent organic pollutants. The pollutants found in the farm-raised salmon have been linked to type 2 diabetes and obesity. They have also been linked to an increased risk of stroke in women. The added red dye. So wild-caught natural salmon has a pink or red flesh. This is due to their diet of krill and shrimp. Farm-raised salmon don't have the same diet, so their flesh is a little bit grayer. To achieve the natural pink look, farmers feed their salmon a synthetic chemical to pigment the flesh. This process may have unhealthy long-term effects on your body. This This fish also has higher saturated fats, while farm-raised salmon have more omega-3 fatty acids. They also have high saturated fat levels because of their altered diet. They also have antibiotics. Farm-raised salmon are given antibiotics to prevent infections. When you eat these salmon, the antibiotics can enter your body. This can cause antibiotic-resistant bacteria to grow and infect your body. In conclusion, I've given you all the facts on salmon, farm-raised, wild salmon, and the pros and cons. However, it is statistically better to consume salmon, whether it is farmed or wild, caught. The general consensus is keep eating salmon. Salmon is high in protein and omega-3 fatty acids that provide well-documented benefits for the heart and the brain. While salmon is a great choice and is a greater choice, farm-raised salmon is a good alternative. Women of childbearing age and younger children should continue to eat fish known to be low in contaminants because of mercury. However, you should always prepare and cook your fish in ways that reduce the fat content. Now that we've gotten through all the history and the background of salmon, I'm going to introduce you to a recipe that I researched. And we're going to be talking about honey glazed salmon. And here are the ingredients. So you would need a 1/3 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes if you like that spiciness, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 4 6-ounce salmon fillets patted dry with a paper towel, kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, 3 cloves of garlic, and you will mince the garlic. Then you would also use 1 lemon sliced into rounds. And here are the steps to cooking the honey glazed salmon. In a medium bowl, whisk together honey, soy sauce, lemon juice, and red pepper flakes if you like spiciness. Again, if not, you can omit the red pepper flakes. In a large skillet over medium-high, heat 2 tablespoons of oil. When oil is hot but not smoking, add the salmon skin side up and season with salt and pepper. Cook salmon until deeply golden for about 6 minutes. Then flip it over and add the remaining tablespoons of oil. Then you can add the garlic to the skillet and cook until fragrant for 1 minute. Add the honey mixture and the sliced lemons and cook until the sauce is reduced by about 1/3. Then you will baste the salmon with the sauce. After that, you will garnish with a sliced lemon and serve. And voila, there goes your honey glazed salmon. Thank you for listening to this segment on nutrition where we discussed salmon. As always, please remember to share and like as it helps the center get funding. Thank you for listening again, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you.